Welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Lincoln Financial Field, and it is indeed home to the 2018 Super Bowl champion Eagles. The Link also is home to the Temple Owls. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Memphis Tigers, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Temple Owls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try the run. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Buys a little extra time, and he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. Talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
So nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you'd expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Got his man quickly. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he spun away like a vapor. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end.
Well, I'll give the defense a lot of credit because the quarterback had nowhere to go downfield with that one. He just tried to spit it out to the perimeter. Nice catch, but they only gave up 1 yard.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Ware. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play call.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end.
Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Breeze, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into for a quarterback, they're smaller, and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Afterburner's coming. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over Georgia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to get to him. Fires and picked off.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision making.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football. So good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Pressure coming. Using the quick game. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The option look. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Stevens. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changer. Defense, nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Excellent field position here for the offense. The give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Balls at the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Then as he throws, he's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The play action fake. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stevens. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get loaded.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Memphis wants to move quickly.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Trying to find his man on first down. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. This offense has a second down play. The aerial assault continues. Got it in the middle, it's Ware. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Pirouettes through. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback extends the play. And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 40, the 30, the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Owls. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And David, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stevens. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. He's going up top. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Temple will try to boot this one deep to get the second half underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Ware. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And he's got it inside the 10. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Right back to it. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage.
Nothing but green ahead. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. They came out hot on this drive, one play and already near midfield. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Going to the running game. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. The give to the back. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Not a chance. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go. Looking for a huge play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Running it to the right. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. Quarterback will audible. He's looking to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And that ball is picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, they get another big run for a 1st down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Just such a nice job by him understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. And he's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
Memphis picking up the tempo. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose. And oh, he's ready to take a shot. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 5 over Georgia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you need to know.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's taking the shot. Got it inside the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. On to attempt the try. Splits those uprights right in half. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They'll leave it with him. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. Temple lining up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Coming after him. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They want that clock to run. They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
The inside handoff.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Trying to get the corner. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.